And here we are, young Michael Avename. He's been battling leukemia since May. He's won his battle the same way as the Rabbits won theirs, but he had a bigger one. And there we go, well done young Michael. He's in remission, battling leukemia, and he's kicked the Rabbits back into the competition. St George-Illawarra defending the southern end of Aussie Stadium. South Sydney defending the northern or Paddington end. Damien Mostyn will get us underway. Stand by Australia. Paul Simpkins, the referee, signals time on. South Sydney is back. We're underway at Aussie Stadium, and Jason Riles has the first hit up. Owen Craigie in there. It's been a long wait, but they're back on the paddock. Thompson now. Good strong run. Jason Sinclair getting in early. Andrew Hart also making the tackle. About 15 short of the halfway line. That's Luke Bailey. Now Riles again, charging his way forward, about 8 metres short of the halfway line. Here's the kick from Peters, downfield, taken after he kicked by Craigie. Not much in it, goes towards the in-goal area. Plenty of work now for McKinnon. Can he get back in the field to play? He does. There's no Rabbitohs back there. He's going to have to pause. Great kick, great chase, Dragons. Good start, they've lost the ball. Here's a chance for a try early. Mark Riddell has picked it up. A horrid mistake, a dreadful start for South Sydney. Zero tackle. Can the Dragons open with a try? Barrett now, they've got the numbers out wide. They must score. Simon Simmons took the tackle, had two on his outside. 9 out from the line. Gasnier, he's tackled. He's only 3 metres out. Early opportunity here for the Dragons. It comes to Thompson, throws the dummy. Can the Rabbitohs defence hold? They're 5 metres out from the line. We've only had 90 seconds of the Charity Shield. Here's Barrett. Chance now. Taken to ground. Riles. Good defence. South Sydney holding on. They come left through Peters. Long ball comes out to Cooper. Can he get it down? No, he's only inches in. Now he goes into touch. The referee, Paul Simpkins, says that will be a scrum.
Okay, scrum.
Darren Gosha says the tackle wasn't completed. And I think Souths have dodged a bullet early.
Well, I think Souths have passed their first test. Okay, it's only very early in the piece, but their first test was to maintain their defensive line, and they have done that. That shows that they've got the cornerstones in place already.
Hard work here. Talk about the comeback for Souths. What about the comeback for Jason Sinclair? Back playing in the NRL this season with South Sydney. They have the ball. 25 out from their own line. That was play the ball from Shane Rigg on, the former Rooster. They're over the 30-metre line. Last tackle here for Souths. The Stringer plays it. What about the long kicking game of Watts? Goes to Blacklock. Takes it well. 10 out from his own line. Support of Simmons, doesn't take it. Runs straight at Brad Watts, who makes the tackle. 30 metres out. The Dragons now in possession. Simmons takes it 10 short of halfway. Peters offloads there to Thompson. Season ravaged by injury last year. He'll be looking for a good, clean start to the year. Now Barrett turns it inside there to Jason Riles. Look at him drive through the forwards there. Great run from the Kangaroo prop. They're 10 metres into Rabbitohs territory. Barrett back on the inside. Blacklock almost through. He's still on his feet. Back to Simmons. Now he offloads the ball to Justin Smith. Smith turns it to Hookie. Hookie beats one tackle. Gets away from another. Can't get away from Sinclair. The Rabbitohs stretch at the moment. Last tackle. Now it comes to Peters. He gives it to Barrett. Cross-field kick to Gasnier. He takes it, hits straight away, knock on. That'll be the changeover.
Well, it wasn't the greatest kick from Trent Barrett, but just the same, the defence again. I know Coleman's been working on a number of defensive patterns. It's not just the up and straight at him. He's working the drift defence. He's got about 3 or 4 in mind. I reckon he's got it just about sorted out, because I spoke to Craig at the beginning of the year and he said the first thing he's going to get together is their defensive pattern, and it looks like it's under control.
Another penalty there for Souths inside the 10. St George-Illawarra a little bit too keen. This is the time the players, the emotion from the start of the game's gone. It's down to football. They're on the paddock.
And no matter how much pre-season training you get through, you can't be guaranteed of how you're going to feel for the first 10 minutes of that first game. The players will be struggling. Plenty of hands on hips at the moment, but they know that their coaches will be expecting more of them. They can't give up at the moment.
This is Stringer. Good pass, offload there to McKinnon, backing up, he went to pass to Deep, off the shoulder the referee said, now Watts had it. Not sure whether it went forward anyway. So South Sydney on the attack, 22 metres out. Craigie turns it inside to ring on over the 20, almost through. Can they be the first to score? Hart runs there at Willie Peters, about 5 metres out from the line. The South Sydney chance starts. Now Craigie looking for runners. There was no one there. Offloads it back to Grief. Dummies inside, goes himself. Offloads to Hart. He flicks it out the back. Now it's taken by Mostyn, and he's tackled. The Dragons defence read it well. Peters in there. Here's the last. Craigie. Crossfield bomb. Blacklock under pressure, but it's going to go out on the full, is it? No. Taken there by Gross. Had the chance to stand and look. Gets the ball away. Into touch. Has he scored? Andrew King. Change over, the ball went forward.
One, stand up.
Well, I thought that was very
release.
close.
Hands off. Play it.
Yeah, fair enough. The touch judge was in a better position than I.
Well, you asked me, there was two on the tackle, and one of them played at the football. There should have been a penalty, Rabbitohs.
Here's the break for the Dragons. Support on the inside. Peters taken out. Riddell now is tackled 35 metres out. Advantage play. In fact, it was Simmons trying to back up. This is Willie Peters now. Barrett, they're running strong ball on the ground. Will we see a touch judge in? No. Knock on.
Hand forward. You're kicking away. Go knock on.
Gee, I think the South players probably had just as much right to a little bit of a complaint there. If one was called a knock on their sixth tackle, that probably could have been pulled up for one as well from Lance Thompson.
Now Watts almost through the gap. The tackle had to be made. It was Donnelly that made it for the Dragons. Now Craigie. Long kick downfield. I think it's going to be too long again, is it? Rolls, and goes over the dead ball line. Yet again. 20-metre restart.
I've got to say, I've got to take my hat off to both of these halfbacks. Brad Watts, he's being increasingly more dangerous around the ruck. He's let the big boys do their work. Smash up a little bit up the middle. Now he's starting to look for the holes that are slowly starting to appear. Doing it quite well. And Willie Peters, I've got to say that he really is a guy that doesn't get too many raps for the Dragons, but the amount of defence that he's getting through around the ruck, particularly from the marker position, I think he'll earn the praise of Andrew Farrer after this evening.
Still 0-all. 13 out from half-time. There's a loose ball. He didn't try and throw that pass, I wouldn't have thought. It would just pop out. Ian Donnelly. No, it just popped out. The hand that went out was trying to regather it.
I think he contacted with McGilvray's fabulous green headgear. That was the reason. He headbutted the ball.
A warm night in Sydney.
Straight out the tunnel.
Great opportunity for South Sydney here, just on 12 minutes left on the clock in the first half, and in a fine attacking position, but they should have the ball for 6.
Here's Craigie. He had the chance to offload there to McKinnon, took the tackle, as it was the first. There's a chance this time, and peek down the blind side. Stewart, 15 metres out from the line. What can they do here, Souths? Now McGilvray back to Pulatua. He offloads. Fitzgerald turns the ball back inside to Peak. And Peak's only 8 metres out. I'm sure if we see one try, that others will follow. Just need someone to break the ice. Now Watts turns the ball back inside to Stewart. On the ground, flicked out the back to Pulatua. Here's a chance for the Rabbitohs. Pulatua gets the arms free on the ground. It's off feet. Still play on. And they're 5 metres out from the line, last tackle. Now it comes back to Watts. Craigie. He'll kick, grab it, in goal. The cross comes, the Dragons too long again. 20-metre restart. They had another chance there, South Sydney, but not able to convert. That last tackle option is proving to be a bit of a worry.
Yeah, pretty well done by Owen Craigie. Just decided to get it out there, but I've got to say that, take your hat off as well, that was very well controlled by Hornsby. He covered that all the way across. 2 or 3 of the Rabbitohs players were racing through. Saw first opportunity for points. But very important now for the Dragons to consolidate. They've got to be able to just make 20 or 30 metres with this and make sure that they get a good kick game. Their kicking game really has been non-existent over the last 10 minutes or so.
Just on turn the clock, I believe the team that gets back-to-back sets to 6 inside that position 20 across.
Here's Peters. It's a ball to Hookie. Here's an opportunity down the touchline for Cooper. Defence comes across. He beats the tackle of Watts, but can't get away from Damien Mostyn. Now 20 metres out from the line. Barrett back to Hookie. Grab a kick towards the in goal. McKinnon will knock it dead. They'll get another set.
Well, he called it. Back-to-back sets, Russell. Mentioned it, and here is the opportunity. Some George-Illawarra's attack just seems to have lifted a little bit. But there was some great play there and some excellent cover defence as well.
They had numbers down their blind side. I thought they may have passed them for a minute. Hookie. It's Brent Kite waiting for the ball, but they do get another set of 6. Can they score this time, the Dragons? Still 0-all. 9.5 out from half-time. They're 30 metres out from the line. Now 22 metres out, the Dragons. What can they do here? What options left or right? They go left through Barrett. Riles, 15 metres out. Hornby at acting half. Now Barrett takes the line on himself. 3 Rabbitohs there to make the tackle. Luke Stewart leading the way. They come left. Riles, grab a kick on the ground again. Here's a chance. Getting there, Brent Kite. Was he onside?
In front of the kicker.
Oh, it could be the prophet Fairfax.
Opinion. Yeah, onside.
I think he's in front of the kicker.
That's what they're looking for.
Yeah, they do plenty of work timing it at training sessions. I think he's done this to perfection. I think it's a strange angle, that one. I think he's okay.
Well, looking at that, so Wally, you know, I'll have to reassess. There's not much in it.
Oh, gee, that's liable. Maybe not.
Should front rowers be doing that anyway? Everyone's waiting for the decision from Mick Stone and Phil Cooley.
There's probably 39,000 reasons for Mick to say no.
Try! The first try of the Charity Shield, and it goes to Brent Kite. Rabbitohs fans aren't happy, but there's red and white flags all over Aussie Stadium. It's 4-0 with a kick to come.
I want to go to the races with Russell Fairfax. Well called back-to-back sets. You just see how much he was trying to stay onside, whether or not. I suppose it's up to the individual to decide who was right and who was wrong there. But unfortunately for the Rabbitohs and their fans, first points in the Charity Shield match going to the Dragons. Have been promising to come for some time.
Mark Riddell with this kick. Wait for the crowd's reaction. He does his salute, which has become sort of folklore here at the footy stadium and down at Wollongong. 5 metres in, 20 metres out. There it is. He struck it pretty well. He's 1 from 1. Big smile on the face for Mark Riddell. And the Dragons lead the Rabbitohs 6-0. Charity Shield, Aussie Stadium, 7 out from half-time. It could be just the impetus both sides need. The first try, just to break the shackles. And the Dragons, can they put another one on just before half-time? Well,
the Dragons will know they can do it, and this will cause South Sydney to lift as well. So, what you said before, it becomes infectious.
Now over the 20. Here's St George-Illawarra. Important set of 6 after your score. Just to consolidate, didn't knock it on there. Riddell, no. Player was in front of him there, Paul Stringer, in an offside position. Luckily not to be penalised. He did eventually come in to make the tackle. Peters. This is Donnelly. About 2 metres short of the halfway line. Barrett. Kick or run, he passes. Good ball. It comes then to Hornby. Still going. Gets up and goes again away from the tackle of Craigie. Last tackle here now for the Dragons. Barrett with the kick towards the corner. McKinnon across. And he's tackled by the chase. It's been a pretty good kicking game from the Dragons tonight. They haven't held onto the ball too well, but one of the pluses has been their kicking game.
Well, if you compare it to South Sydney's kicking game, it's been marginally, well, quite a great deal better. They've maintained a good chasing game, which has kept the kicks or the kick returns inside the 10 metres area most of the times, and that's a big bonus.
As we approach the half-time point of the game, 5.5 out from the break. The Dragons leading 6-0. Can South hit back before half-time. 5 metres short of the halfway line. Strange silence at Aussie Stadium. The Rabbitohs fans waiting for a try as Watts has hit after he kicked it was it. And touch judges reporting to the referee, so play on as Cooper now. Offloads there to straight up the middle of the ruck goes Hornby. Simmons there for a minute, but he's having a bit of a breather. Now Peters. Grief back on. Jason Deeth back on. Stringer back on. Muir back on. As you can see, the coach Craig Coleman certainly switching his players around, particularly that important period just before half-time. Even during the season it's important, but first game of the year, these players will be near exhaustion. There's a decoy runner taking a defender out. Hornby is tackled on the last. 35 metres out, they come the short side. Here comes Hookie. Hookie. Inside ball to Kite. Can he get a double? Back to Hookie, and Hookie will score. He started it, he finished it, and the Dragons have gone in back-to-back. 5 out from half-time, they lead 10-0.
Oh, wonderful play from Lee Hookie. Said about 15 minutes ago that he scored a magnificent try in Brisbane last week. He created this one. A short blindside, did very well, kept the ball in both hands, but wasn't prepared to rest on his laurels. Got the back up in motion. And that was the point that beat South Sydney. They'd shown plenty of desperation to cover the rest.
We spoke about it, Wally. This is a crafty piece of play, well executed, sensational inside ball. This is an historic try because he's probably the only player now that has scored a try for both South Sydney and St George-Illawarra in the Charity Shield. He dotted down when he played for South last time, and he's just backed it up now with one for the Red and Whites.
Can't underestimate also the work on the inside there from Brent Kite. There it is, the arm up. They love it, he is a character. Struck it just as well as last time and gets the same result. 2 from 2. And the Dragons lead by 12 points to 0. So we head down to the touchline for the first time tonight. Andy Raymond.
And the news just gets worse for the Rabbitohs. 2 tries in just a couple of minutes. And one of their reserve players, Luke Stewart, a very nasty gash above his left eye, has just headed up for an early shower at half-time, needing some stitches. He'll be back out for that second half.
As the Dragons bring the ball back. Solid hit there from Adam Muir. Much word spoken behind the line. 12-0 the score. Got to hang on here. Was that a knock on? No, the referee says it went backwards. Here's Kite again. Very impressive since he's been on the field. Australian junior kangaroo. This is Bailey. About 12 metres short of the halfway line. Dragons into the field. Macney half goes Riddell. About 2 metres.
Getting stronger and stronger as the game goes, Riddell.
Now Peters. There's almost Riles and Bailey causing obstruction. Kite again, but he's lost the ball. Is it sort of ripped out? It was a one-on-one tackle, so I suppose it's all right anyway. And now the Rabbitohs. Remember this side, South Sydney, they've never played together before. Penalty.
In there, get it out.
Hand on the football and the play the ball. 90 seconds out from half-time. Last opportunity for Souths.
Yeah, there's an eerie silence around the ground at the moment. They ran onto the ground, and I'm sure the vibration was almost felt in Tasmania. The way that the fans here talk to them. The South Sydney fans really need to get behind their team at the moment.
Great offload from Glenn Grief. Here's McKinnon. Here's a chance. They've got 60 seconds in which to score. The Dragons at 6s and 7s. They go left. It comes from Watts. Craigie, Muir. Can he offload? He does. Andrew King is over. The Rabbitohs have scored. Andrew King, the first try back for South Sydney. And there's a try. They're back before half-time, the Rabbitohs. 12-4 with a kick to come.
Well, what an expensive mistake it turned out to be for the Dragons. But gee, isn't this guy elusive? Does terrifically well. Simmons, short blind side, and they work it. All the experience from Muir. Simply holding the ball up and well supported.
Well, they had the numbers on that side. It's a matter of just making sure that the pass made it to the runner. And I tell you what, there's a bit of a question about the ball that Muir slipped, but it's history now. You can read it in the paper tomorrow. It is a try.
Just before the break, able to convert Mostyn from the far touchline. And so at half-time, a very important try for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Andrew King, the try scorer. Great ball from Adam Muir. Half-time at Aussie Stadium. St George-Illawarra 12, South Sydney 4. And here's the second half of the Charity Shield. Aussie Stadium 12-4. The Dragons over the Rabbitohs, and the Rabbits get the first touch of the football. Stringer. 12 metres out from his own line. Here come the Rabbitohs, working the ball forward, and jumper number 23. Here's South Sydney now, 30 out from their own line. 10 metres in from the far touchline. This is Rigon. Now 10 metres short of the halfway. The Rabbitohs. Kick comes back downfield from Blaine Stanley. Straight down the throat though. The fullback there is Hornby on for Simmons. Now 32 metres out from their own line. Katavarata tackle for the Dragons in jumper number 20, 10 short of halfway. Likevale's lost it forward, and Stringer's come up with possession. There's the zero tackle restart. Here's the crowd getting behind the Rabbitohs. 22 metres out from the Dragons line. Here's a penalty.
Stand up. Don't come into it, Jason. Don't come into it. Don't come into it. Stay out. Stay out. Stay out. Walk away.
Yes, that is Phil Gould.
Walk away. Clear it away. Walk away, Ben. Split up. Split up.
Will there be any bias shown there?
Well, 13.
He won't have a clue.
Come over here. Come over here. Hey, leave it alone. Andrew. Andrew. Leave it alone. You're listening here now. All right?
Right, his player's coming to make the tackle, okay, all over his face, got the forearm in his face, okay. Andrew Hart's presented that, got up throwing punches. He's aggressive with the forearm and all over the face. Okay, Hart's got up throwing punches.
Okay, Josh?
I didn't see anything, mate. Just coming to protect you, that's all.
All right, thanks very much. Okay, you've heard what the touchdown said over there. You're too slow for a start. You're all over him, okay? You can get up and clear him. Using the forearm, creep out. Penalty here.
Well, the touch judges haven't had anything to do in the first 40. As soon as Phil Gould's on the line, a little bit of a stink breaks out, and the Rabbitohs have a shot at goal to pick up 2 valuable points.
Well, the Rabbitohs must seem as though they're feeling confident as we take another look at this. A little bit of an elbow. Hart doesn't like it. I think more of a problem with the players rushing in. No, I don't think a punch landed during the whole melee.
The crowd certainly enjoyed it. Scott McLean with the penalty shot at goal. He's put it straight between the posts. It's the Dragons leading the Rabbitohs by 12 points to 6 at Aussie Stadium. Charity Shield 2002. Just the start they were after to get them back to within a converted try. We've lost the football. Mark Riddell's looking for a footy. And Paul Simpkins says time off. And someone tried to souvenir it in the crowd. Here it comes. We've got two now. We've got one too many. Time on. And away we go with Riddell with the restart. Long kick. Stringer takes it in his own in goal. Over the 10-metre line and brings it out about 15 metres. Good restart there for the Dragons. Now Grief. It's been impressive tonight when he's been on the field also. The former Magpie and Knight. Now Muir. The former Knight, Bear and Eagle. Deeth. He's been at a few clubs also. Played good football with the Warriors. Rigon. Shortish blind, now plays it. Deeth, here's Muir. He has worked hard tonight, the skipper leading by example. About 5 metres short of the halfway line. Last tackle here. Kick from Stanley, between winger and fullback. Taken nicely there by Hornby. Blacklock, he had limited opportunity there. Not much opportunity in the first half to show his speed. Hornby acting half. Kadavarata, solid defence. Deeth. Over the 30-metre line. Swarming defence there on Lee Hookey from the Rabbits this time. Kadavarata. 10 metres short of half-line. This is Riles. The halfway line is about a metre in front of him. Last tackle here for the Dragons. Adele kicking from acting half, looking for touch. McKinnon comes across. Will he let it go? No. Just picks it up inside the touchline. Once again, a pretty good chase there from the Dragons. Leading the way, Thompson and Gaznia. King. Old tackle. Gaznia again. This is Gross. 23 metres out from his own line. Muir. Thought he might be able to get the arm around the body to pass to McKinnon, but the tackle was too good. Here's a half break from Hart. The ball came from Deeth. 5 short of halfway. Last tackle here for the Rabbitohs. There's a little chip over the top. It comes from Blaine Stanley. Now the ball is on the ground and the Dragons come back. Kieran Kerr's on the field.
Gee, that was good variation on that occasion from the Rabbitohs. The Dragons were waiting way back. They thought it was going to be a deep kick, trying to trap them as far in their own territory as possible. There was plenty of Rabbitoh players in support as well.
Halfway line. The Dragons rolls through that without looking. There was nobody there. Gaznia. Blacklock's on his inside, no one on his outside. Takes the tackle of King. A couple of metres over the halfway line. Rabbitohs end of the field. Barrett. Now Leichvold. He's about 8 metres into South Sydney territory. Here's Barrett running across field. Cut out ball over Sinclair's head. Now Hookey. Numbers. They're queuing up the Dragons. And McKinnon's got a hand in there. Well, lesson 1 in how to butcher a try. Lee Hookey had 4 on his right, 1 on his left, and he bombed it.
I think there was 4 players in support. A great pass. Almost could have been plucked out of thin air. There's 4 players on the inside, 2 on the outside. There's 6 of them.
Well, the only bloke that wasn't backing up was Nathan Brown, the trainer.
Oh, I bet if he tried to do that again, he couldn't do it.
Full marks McKinnon. Here's Paul McNicholas.
Go in.
An original Rabbit.
Stay in, lock, stay in.
There wasn't much else McKinnon could do, was there?
Charge of the Light Brigade. Here's Barrett. There's still a chance here, the Dragons, though. Gaznia away from King. He'll have nightmares, Andrew King, about Mark Gaznia tonight. Thompson, Leichvold in support, doesn't use him. Deeth with the tackle. They've got numbers again left, the Dragons, should they want to go that way. There's only 4 South players out there. Riddell from acting half. Can he get it down? No. That was how he scored his first try and first run against the Sharks. Thompson's lost it and McKinnon's picked it up. He's lost it and the Dragons are back in possession through Barrett. Who wants the football? Shocking pass. Kieran Kerr did well to pick it up. 5 metres out from the line. They must score here, surely the Dragons. Likeville spins, he's only a metre out. Can South Sydney hold on? Long pass to Barrett. He has runners. Blacklock had 2 decoy runners in front of him, but this time Andrew King was there with the defence. 10 metres out from the line, Gaznia. Dangerous from acting half, and King slams him to the ground. They come the short side, going for the corner try. Thompson, did he get it down? I think he did. Simpkins points to the spot and the Dragons are in. Weight of possession told, and they lead 16-6.
And they were very lucky to be able to get to it. Lance Thompson, have a look at the man. Made a mistake. We thought he was a chance of diving over from the dummy half. Unfortunately, seconds later, a mistake from South Sydney handed the ball back. Well, see whether we can score one in the corner instead.
Well, they'd exposed South Sydney on the right-hand side, on South's right-hand side on a number of occasions. This time they go to South's left, and it's just the outstretched Thompson that just beats the defence.
It's going over, he says, before he kicks it. He's been right twice tonight. There's the salute. Here's the kick. It won't come around. And so the score remains at Aussie Stadium with 29 minutes remaining. St George-Illawarra 16, South Sydney 6. Too many mistakes from the Rabbitohs, proving costly. You just can't turn the ball over. 10 out from your own line. We're playing with the restart. Barrett offloads to Riles. Good solid tackle there from Jimmy Fitzgerald. Players going all over the place with interchange. They've been everywhere. Brent Kite back on. Lee Hookie having a bit of a breather. So Ian Donnelly on for the Dragons. That's Likeville playing it. Dill scampering from acting half. Finds Hornby. He throws the ball. What a great tap on from Barrett. Great skill, great thinking. Now Thompson over the halfway line. The Dragons swarm in support, but the tackle is made. And it was made by Frank Poolatua. Here's Kieran Kerr running across field. He's lost the ball. And that was lucky for South because their defence is starting to get a little bit ragged. Rigon. 10 short of halfway. McNicholas. He's got the arm free over the halfway line. There's Phil Gould still out having a bit of a run. He's had a try in his corner. He's had a brawl. He's had everything. He's got the hand on him. The old teapot already. He must be sucking them in on the touchline.
He's trimmed down almost 7 or 8 kilos to get on and to get into the referee's uniform. He does look a treat, but I don't think we'll see him there other than just tonight.
Here's a kick from Brad Watts. Did he get it back? 6 to go, says the referee. No, he's lost it.
Knocked out, knocked out.
Knocked out, he said. And so McKinnon comes up with it. 0 tackle. Poolatua. Big hit. Big hit. 20 out from the line. McGilvray. About 18 metres out. Watts. Here's a chance. Hart running solidly there. Muir taken out in back play. And Stanley gave the pass. Here's Craigie. Now it comes to Fitzgerald. Watts. Nowhere to go. The tackle is made by Justin Smith. Numbers right if they want to go that way. The defence regroups. They come left. Craigie turns it inside. Here's Gross. Gross is still going. Can he get it down? The Rabbitohs have scored. Brent Gross is over next to the post. And there's a kick to come. 16-10. The Dragons over South Sydney. The crowd is on its feet at Aussie Stadium.
And a couple of their smaller men doing all the work. Watts doing very well. His investigative work up the middle of the ruck has certainly been shifting a lot of the Dragons' bigger men around. You can just see the desperation shown. Oh, he's pushed through a couple of the bigger and stronger men in the Dragons pack as well.
Scott McLean with the conversion attempt from adjacent to the uprights. Has little trouble. They're back to within 4, South Sydney. 16-12, the Dragons over the Rabbitohs. He's having a big night. Jeez. They're back, the Rabbitohs. And so are their fans.
This will be a very interesting period of the game coming up too. I'm sure Craig Coleman will have sent a couple of messages out to his players not to get over enthused at the moment. There's still over 23 minutes of play remaining in this game. They know that they've got plenty of support and plenty of emotion inside the jersey. They've got to be prepared to spread that over that entire period.
Great run, Frank Pulatua from the restart. That is a huge lift. McGilvray tries to follow it up. A couple of former Panthers. You see Aaron Gorrell come on the field. This is McNicholas. So it's 3 of the big men working the ball towards the halfway line. You see they're about 12 minutes short. Rigon plays it. Muir, there's that arm free, but they wrap it up straight away. The Dragons' defence. Last tackle. Here comes the kick from Watts. Looking for touch. It's a pretty ordinary kick. Blacklock's knocked it on. That's a knock on.
And plenty of pressure on the Dragons at the moment. I've got to say, I was pretty surprised at that. One of the most experienced players in the game. He probably would have let it go past him a bit. He thought he had it covered.
I'll go in, Boyne. Stay in. All in.
Now the red and green army come alive.
From the base of the scrum, Justin Smith, has he lost it? He has.
Lost ball. On here. It's in here. No. Ball was out. Lost. Scrum in there. Take part in the scrum. Walk it in.
Andrew Hart not happy with the decision. I thought he lost it originally.
Hold it still.
He kept hold of it.
Put it in.
They had their chance and they missed that one.
Yeah.
They don't come along too often. Barrett. Katavarata.
What? Let him up. Let him up.
About 12 metres out from their own line. Solid defence on Luke Bailey. They're over the 20. They've had an injury. Phil Gould has done a hammy. He's had enough. That'll do me. Breather time for the touch judge. The new Origin coach for New South Wales. 12 short of halfway. Here's the last tackle. A kick from Barrett, looking for a 40-20. McKinnon's coming across and takes it well. Great kick from Barrett. Well read McKinnon. And well taken.
What? Let go. Hands off.
South forward slow to get back in support. Here's McLean. Right on the 20-metre line, he's tackled. South fans screaming for a penalty. It's not forthcoming. Hart plays it. McNicholas. Standing, offloading. Dragon hand, knocked it back, play on. Not sure whether that was the pass to be thrown at that stage.
No, but I've got to say that was well contested by Andrew Hart. He had his eyes on that the whole time. He could see that there was every chance that McNicholas was going to offload, got himself into a perfect position, and he's taken plenty of pressure off his teammates.
The 32 out as Deeth is about to come back on for the Rabbitohs. Barrett turns it inside to Willie Peters. Immediately tackled there by Duncan McGilvray. This is Justin Smith, can't get the arms free. Had Jason Hooper in support. Last tackle, 18 out. Barrett, ordinary pass, well picked up. Little chip over the top for Blacklock. Can he redeem himself? Can he what? He's outlet Brett Gross to score a magnificent try. But what about the pick up from Barrett? At his bootlaces, and then he was able to kick it like that. Sensational. St George-Illawarra 20, South 12 with a kick to come.
Yeah, he had a pile of things to do, get himself wide enough to get away from the marker chasers. The communication, the collection of the football when it was thrown at his feet, then the rebalance and position for the kick, and put a picture post. You know what I'm trying to say?
It was a great kick, Wally.
It was a beauty.
Brett Gross, though, didn't read it. He stayed in the one spot. You can't outleap a man on the run when you stand there, and that's what happened. Blacklock on the run, got a couple of extra, got a half a metre higher, and took the ball comfortably. That'll do this man, Blacklock, the world of good. He's a free-flowing sort of a guy. He's a quiet-natured man, but he needs to score some tries. He's been the leading try scorer for the past couple of years, and this is just the start he'll be looking for.
Mark probably felt like he needed that a little bit. 2 or 3 minutes prior, the other end of the football field, he offered an opportunity for the Rabbitohs with quite a simple knock-on.
Here's Aaron Garrell. Member of the Premiership winning First Division side from last year. 20 metres out as he hooked it just to the left of the uprights. And so there's only 8 points the difference. Still time for the Rabbitohs. The Dragons lead by 20 points to 12 at Aussie Stadium. Look at this pick-up here from Trent Barrett. Didn't miss a beat. Then the kick. And Blacklock only had eyes for the football. The restart. Long kick. Luke Bailey brings it back. 12 out from his own line. Important time of the game now for the Rabbitohs. They can't afford to let the Dragons score again. They might be able to score themselves twice before full time. Be very hard to score 3 tries.
Market square.
Although they will start feeling the pinch soon. There's a solid hit from Nicholas. Ian Donnelly, nice to meet you.
Important that the Rabbitohs get their 2 markers in positions here to place pressure on the kicker.
Here's the kick from acting half from Willie Peters. That's a beauty too. It's been a very good long kicking game all night for the Dragons. And there's the chase. There's 7 of them up there in a line. 20 out from their own line. The Rabbitohs are tackled. Nowhere to go.
That's 2. Clearing. Market
The
square.
Rabbitohs working their way out through Rigon. Official attendance tonight here at Aussie Stadium as Deeth has a bit of a gallop. 36,804. Fortunately, I think the huge storm in Sydney just before may have turned them away. Here's Gross. He's got support on his inside. McKinnon's there. He's got the ball. He'll have the pace. Try to the Rabbitohs. They're back in it. Never say die. St George-Illawarra 20. South Sydney 16 with a kick to come. You can't get rid of them.
Well, the look on the players' faces says everything. Sheer disappointment on the Dragons. Delight from the Rabbitohs. What a wonderful transfer of the football into open spaces. 2 players from the Dragons that were missing. Blacklock was one of them. But perfectly timed the pass back inside. We mentioned, Russell, about this guy's support play before. And McKinnon, he does it pretty well.
What I like about Gross is he comes in, he doesn't stall too much because on the inside is Jason Hooper coming across in cover. So he keeps the pace coming forward, and therefore Hooper can't quite get to McKinnon. McKinnon's just got enough pace to get there. And we spoke about it, Wally. He's a player of the future, marvellous support skills, just knows how to put himself in the right spot at the right time.
Nervous put down though there with the ball in one hand from a great height. Here's the conversion attempt. Scott McLean. And the crowd standing as the Rabbitohs head back towards their own goal line. McLean, 21 metres out, a couple of metres in from touch. Important kick for the difference. This will make it 2. He's pulled it to the left. 20 points to 16. Aussie Stadium, Charity Shield. Chance now for you to have a vote on the man of the match. The lines are now open for the Fox fan poll. SMS the last name only of your man of the match, and to vote call 0419 NRL MOM. That's 0419 675 666. And don't forget to check out the conditions on our website, foxsports.com.au. The lines are open until the end of the game. Vote now for your man of the match. SMS us now, 0419 NRL MOM. As the Rabbitohs back in possession. The lines are open till the end of the game. Great opportunity for you. Tell us who your man of the match is. Tough call. Made it you and not me. 30 out from the line. Here's Rigon. They've lifted a bit here, the Rabbitohs. Nine short of halfway.
Let him go.
McGilvray. About 5 metres short of the halfway line. Last tackle here for South Sydney. They're going to run it, are they? No, Craigie with a little kick. The chase is on. Can he get back? No, he can't, because Justin Smith did well. Now he's lost at Simmons. He'd done so well, Smith, and Simmons has turned it over. And here's a chance for the Rabbitohs. Grief again, Wally. He's come from nowhere. 11 out from the line. Can they score? South Sydney, the crowd's on its feet. Here comes Stringer. He's only a metre out now. He's lost it, stolen.
Grab it, Lance. Ball out.
Lance Thompson penalised.
I think you might call that one a prearranged penalty. Thompson believed that his bikes were in a lot of strife, disarranged.
I'm sure nobody suggested to the referee that it'd be good if South Sydney won this particular match.
Here's Grief again, charging forward. Stringer's next in line. Here he comes. Bad pass from deep. He had to stop and wait. 5 metres out from the line. 4 points the difference. Here come the Rabbitohs. Craigie gives the ball to Sinclair. Solid defence out wide. Great tackle, Matt Cooper. Still 5 metres out. McGilvray. McLean goes for the corner. The defence is over there. Does well to stay in the field of play. The tackle made by Katavarata. Slow play the ball. Stanley dummying. Nowhere to go. Defence up quickly. 10 out the crowd. What a penalty. Last tackle. Here's Craigie with a kick. Here comes McKinnon. No! Blacklock came from nowhere and got back in the field of play. Was there a knock on? Was there offside? The referee says play on.
Well, I'll circle the bottom one. I thought it was all of the above. I thought that he definitely knocked the ball forward. There. Oh, well, maybe it's gone backwards, but he's offside. Turn it up.
Well, he's knocked on in goal. Right, you can't be offside in your own in goal, but it's certainly a knock on in goal. You cannot be offside in your own in goal, so that's fine, but it was a knock on. Well, how close was Wade McKinnon to getting that ball down? There's the knock on from Simmons to Blacklock.
Can't be offside, but you can't throw a forward pass.
Now, McKinnon almost scored a try at the other end.
Stand to the side.
Geez, we haven't seen too many of those in this game, have we?
Nothing off. He's standing right to the side.
Just let you know, I do know that the penalty count happens to be favouring South. I'm talking to Lance Thompson, but I do know the referee's penalty count's favouring South. 7-1 at this particular stage.
And that's the first penalty for that in the game. Not that there's any suggestion. There's two great football teams out here at the moment. Great start to 2002.
Here's Deeth. Fitzgerald now. The Rabbitohs time running out. 5 to go. They trail by 4. South Sydney, the crowd chants as Adam Muir now takes it forward. The Rabbitoh callers back at the footy stadium. Now they come through Stringer. He's 12 metres out from the line. They've got possession. They've got numbers. They don't have the points at the moment, South. Here's Watts. Now Stanley. Straight ahead they go. About 5 metres out. Last tackle. Taken to ground is Hart. Craigie with the kick. Off legs. Wasn't played at. It was, says the referee. Stringer goes straight ahead. They keep it alive. Do they know they've got 6 to go. Now the ball comes to Merritt, and Merritt is tackled only a metre out from the line. They go into acting half. Stanley, they must score surely. Craigie gives it to Deeth. The Dragons are all offside. The referee says play on. They're only a metre out from the line. Here comes Stringer, straight and hard. Can he get there? He's over. Is it down? No. Is he held up? He's held up. Can you believe it? Scrum feed to the Rabbitohs though.
They have been turned on by the crowd here.
It's February 16, not September 16.
Gee, I tell you what, I think it was a leg that actually stopped that ball from being planted down. There was some discontent from the Dragons camp over the referee awarding another 6 tackles from the grubber kick close to the line. I tell you what, if he played at it, he had bullet reflexes.
What chance a try in the corner?
Get your votes in now on the man of the match. SMS is your man of the match. 0419 675 666. 3.5 to go. That's all you have time. From the space base of the scrum goes Watts, but he's tackled there 5 metres out from the line. The tackle was made by Hooper. They come left. Here's a chance. Fitzgerald. Can he get the arms free? Gross was there. They're only a metre out from the line. They go right. It comes to Deeth. Deeth darts around. He beats one, beats two. Can't get away from another. He's only 2 metres out from the line. For some reason, the winger's in it acting half. Gross. Shocking pass back to Watts. Now the ball is in the hands of Stanley. He gives it to Craigie. He's dancing. McLean for the corner. Gets around his man. Can he get it down? I don't know. Has he got it down? He has. Try to the Rabbitohs. They're in. Scott McLean. He got it down. And we're all level. And he'll have to try and convert the try. I don't believe it. It's 20 all at Aussie Stadium. 2.5 to go. Who wrote the script?
What chance of try in the corner? Listen to the crowd. In that corner over there, they are up as one.
Well, wise decision by the Rabbitohs to shift the ball wide. The Dragons, well, they were stretched past breaking point. Gee, they did tremendously well to be able to get there and stop that as long as they did, I thought. You see him just getting back on the inside. I've got to turn back around to try and put it down with my right hand. Can I get it down? There's my hand underneath it. The referee was in perfect position. And a couple of teammates decided, well, if you can't force it, I'll jump on the back and we'll make that ball touch the grass.
He had some work to do too, didn't he, Scott McLean? Not only to get the ball down, but get to the goal line.
What about the pressure on the young kid right now? This to put South Sydney ahead. 1:29 left on the clock.
This to win the game for South Sydney.
There's been 2 draws in the Charity Shield before. Are we about to see a third? He's 2 metres in from the far touchline. There's no one sitting down at Aussie Stadium. Everyone in the crowd is on their feet. They can't believe it.
Well, he's had time with the Northern Eagles, time with North Sydney. Did pretty well there. Tell you what, he might be a life member of South Sydney if he kicks this one.
Here it comes. Scott McLean from touch. He struck it pretty well. It's curving. It's just missed. 20 all at Aussie Stadium. 20 all. There's only 50 seconds remaining. That should be the full-time score. Oh, for half a second it was in, but just curled at the end. But I'm sure the South Sydney fans won't go home too disappointed. Their team's back. And not only that back, what a tremendous comeback on the playing field.
Well, they won't go home disappointed if this is the score, because South Sydney currently hold the trophy. They'll take it home.
Absolutely. Here's the kick. Riddell. Has it gone out of the ball? They've got another chance. Can he kick it from halfway? What do you do? 14 to go. Do you take the 2 points, or do you try and kick for touch? Here comes Adam Muir. Can he kick it, he's saying to Scott McLean. He didn't take it on the mark. Field goal. Well.
Oh, no, that's... Gee, I tell you what, I thought they would have been far better advised to kick the ball for the sideline. They still would have had around about 10 seconds.
And then take the kick at field goal further down.
Yep.
Full time at Aussie Stadium. What a finish, what a game. Welcome back, South Sydney. 20 all, the third draw in the history of the Charity Shield. And the Dragons retain the Shields.